Hello everyone, this is Leafy Junkie. I hope everyone's doing awesome. I finally managed to get around to creating a video for my plant collection August edition. As previously mentioned, I was gonna make one, but it's kind of delayed. I said it was gonna be soon. Just been busy with stuff. So anyways, here we are. As you can see, this is my living room. Most of my plants are living here. What I'll do is I will take a shot, like closer look of each plant, and I will try the best I can to give like their names. I know that some of them I can't remember the names because there's too many. I've got about 112 plants in total, but what I'm gonna do is have two separate videos because it's gonna be too long to have in one. So we're just gonna focus on the living room for now, and then I will do another video which will include my spare room, a couple of plants in my bedroom and the kitchen. So yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so what we have here is a Lucky Bamboo, which I recently got. I mean, yeah, it's cute. It's got some yellowing on the leaves already, but I guess I'm just gonna try look after it and see how long it will stay with me. Oh yeah, that's a cute one. And then I've got this succulent here. I've got this one from Lidl. It's always dangerous when I go shopping for food and I end up like picking up plants basically. You know, it's like an impulse buy. What can I do? So yeah, that's that. And up here is my Lucky Bamboo, the bigger one. It's doing really well because before it only had this one, I don't know what you call it, one shoot. So for each stem he had one. Now it's got two and they're all like tallish. So it's doing well. It's in a vase at the moment, just with water. And yep, I love pandas. And this is my ZZ plant. It's awesome because when I first got it, it only had the bottom stems, and these taller ones is actually the newest one. As you can see, they're more like light green. It had like, I think they were like kind of like cuttings, like leaf cuttings, and then it came out from that. So that's awesome. It looks really great now because it looks a lot bigger since I got it from, I think I got it from Wilko. Yes, from Wilko. So there's gonna be within this video you'll know I've been everywhere. So basically anywhere I see plants I buy them. it's so dangerous. So yeah, that's that. And up here got my first of my orchids. I believe this one is called Cambria Orchid, and I've got it from Homebase. So yeah, that's that. And I tried to pollinate it. I don't know why. I think I was just experimenting at the time, and I'm not even gonna be able to do any basically growing from seeds because I don't have all the equipment, and it's gonna be expensive to do that and having the right environment to even attempt. So I won't be doing that, but I just thought I'd try to pollinate it, which worked, as you can see. And I've got here is a prayer plant like Maranta, but this one is the green one, and it's done really well as well. And when I first got it, it only had about half number of leaves what it's got now. So it doubled since. So yeah, it's doing really great, and I love this one. one of my favorites from my collection. I mean, I've got 112, but it's hard to pick like favorite, but there's probably like 3 or 4 that stands out of them all. Down here, got my dragon plant, which is one of the first few that I bought from the beginning of this hobby, and as you can see, it's really healthy and it's got this new growth here. It's more like light green color, so yeah, that's doing awesome as well. And next to it above here, it's quite new. This one is a arrowhead, and it's another name for it is Syngonium, I believe. I just fell in love like the shape of it and the colors, of course. You know, like different shades of like green. It's awesome, and obviously I love that. Just throw it in there. I love the Arrow TV series. I think it's kind of like influence for me to get this one. It's because of that as well. Bit of a geek, but yeah. Down here, it's a Caletia. It's the Makoyana Caletia. It's got a new leaf as well, so it recently unfurled. The color, it's amazing because the new one is really light, as you can see. They will turn to this beautiful pattern, and at the back, oh my gosh, that is just beautiful. So yeah, that's my Caletia Makoyana. Next to this one is the Alocasia Stingray. Yes, as you can see, that's like the tail of the stingray. It's kind of like swimming, and it's got a new leaf, which is, I think it'll be soon unfurled, fully unfurled. Yeah, I've got this from a local nursery in Kingseat. The story with this one, in the main section of their plant, like where they sell everything, they didn't have much like house plants. So I have to ask like someone, and then the boss came and said like, okay, I got a day you wanted to look at like house plants, and we've got some in the greenhouse, but they didn't even know what they were, some of the plants, and they don't know what they get. Normally they go to like Chelsea shows to get like new plants, and I think they go in again soon. So that means I'll probably be checking out in a couple of weeks time what they have. But yeah, this is a beautiful Alocasia Stingray, and yes, absolutely beautiful. And then we got this, I think it's a could be wrong, it's a parlor palm, and it's doing awesome. And it's got some, this one wasn't here before, so that's lots of growth from this plant, which I'm happy about, because at one point there's some like browning on the leaves, and it was kind of situated nearby the windowsill, so I moved it here now, in the middle of the living room. So yeah, it's much better. It's just awesome. I love this one as well. I mean, I will say love obviously love every my plants. I'm trying to do my best care for them, but yes. The next one is Alocasia ear. Is it ear? Elephant ear? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, I had 2 of these. This one is the first one I've had, and then I bought like a little one from a local nursery, but that one died. I just didn't do really well. Struggled so much, and this one lost some leaves, and now it's got a new one here about to unfurl, and a separate one that grown here. It's just a cute one. You can see it, and the color is so beautiful. Yeah, so I'm happy with this one, because I thought I'm gonna lose this one as well, because obviously the little one I've lost, and obviously I was just like thinking, oh, if that one died, I must be doing something wrong, and because this one could die as well. But obviously that's not the case. Maybe because it's just where I got the plant from, and what it was already, it probably wasn't healthy in the first place. And down here is a peace lily. So this one is a two bunches of peace lily. I got one before from Morrison's, which I decided to split up, and I put them together. I think they're doing better, much better. And then accidentally pick up another one from Morrison where it was labeled like fern, and then I thought I was so stupid enough to basically fall for it, but it's actually a peace lily. Anyway, I love peace lilies, so now it's looking beautiful in this pot altogether. Up here it's amazing plant. It's the Maranta prayer plant. I've got two now. The first one I bought from eBay, which I was a bit apprehensive because I thought, oh, if you buy it online, obviously you don't see in person, it might not be healthy. But when it came, I was surprised that it was really healthy, and it's thrived like you know, so much, where as you can see obviously from here now, it's doing really well. So, and then the other one I got like in Homebase, they were doing like 3 plants for $7.95, and so because I love this plant, I thought like, okay, I'll pick that up, and then I put it with the other one, so it's looking more better in a pot. And then I've just noticed there's a new one here, new leaf. That's awesome, and this one is quite new as well. I just love the leaves on this. The foliage is sorry, I'm just getting excited. Basically, like it's probably on the top 5 plants I love in my collection, this one. Next one is a Monstera deliciosa. I've got 2 of these, actually 3 in the beginning. I would say this is the first one I've had, and at one point there were 2 new leaves, like obviously unfurling at the same time, and then the last ones, for some reason, it took like, I don't know, 6 weeks before it unfurled, but then it's burnt. I don't know what's happened here, but since then I'm not getting any more leaves from this particular one, but it's looking still okay, so I'm not complaining. I guess it was just the heat wave we had in summer, and we're getting to autumn soon, and that's another challenge for me because I started this hobby like back in March, and so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I've got some orchids here. All the flowers are now finished, so they're just leaves at the moment. I think it's another Cambria. Next to it is a Dendrobium, and the Pelopnesis, I can't pronounce it, you know what I mean, those of you who knows orchids. Then got some succulents here, which still doing okay. I've lost so many this summer, they all dried up, and that's my one fish left. Had about a dozen in the beginning of this year. I've lost all of them one by one, but that one is the strongest and staying there, hopefully for a while. Another Cambria orchid, and a Dendrobium at the back, and then that's my other Monstera deliciosa, also known as Swiss cheese plant. I call this one Monty when I got it from Homebase, and then This one I added in the same pot, which is like a baby one from Northcotes Garden Center in Stratford Road in Solihull. I just thought like put them together to have balance looking in the pot because it's a big pot. So yeah, I'm happy with that one as well. Down here, well, that at the back is a Coleus. It was so pretty when I first got it, but as you can see, it's dying on me. This is an outdoor plant. I thought give it a go indoor. At the beginning it was doing well, but now obviously not, so I think that I will lose that soon. Here is a Anthurium. Is one of the plants from the beginning of this hobby. I struggled a couple of times, or a few times, whatever I call it, because I've seen so many leaves browning like this. But recently I spotted a new leaf. Oh my gosh, it's been probably like 2-3 months since I've seen a new growth of new leaf. I guess it was to do with the temperature and the location where I've got this. It's been all over my place, just trying and testing which place works better for all of my plants at the moment. Okay, and next to it is a Dracaena Songs of India. Initially I've got this at the one at the front, and it's not it's so small, so and then obviously I've got another one which was probably the 3 plants for $795 from Home Base, and with the Maranta plant, so it's just pretty good for that price. So I thought, okay, put them together now and it's looking much better. At the back is a Calathea. Some of you probably seen the previous video, my Calathea collection. This was looking healthy before and really beautiful, and now it's just looking kind of sad. Although I think it's much better than last week, because before it was a lot more droopy, if you want to say it, if you want to call that. And then now it's got some yellowish at the bottom there as well. I don't know, I think apparently this one likes to keep moist, and maybe it's the soil I'm using, I don't know. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that this will come back to its original look, which the leaves are more upwards like this. But yeah, I will just test it. Obviously for now it's still alive, so I really hope it will be healthier in time. Down here I've got a Azalea Evergreen. So I've got this from like High Street in Kingsey. So I was selling some plants, and I thought like, okay, that's beautiful flowers. I mean, it's probably an outdoor, you know, but I like to try it, some plants like outdoor, and see how it will do indoor. But yeah, this is one of those. And obviously can't help myself but to buy another plant at that time. Yeah, so that's that. Up here is a Calathea leopardina. It's one of the first Calatheas I've got. Yeah, it's doing well now because it's getting some brightness. And then the browning up leaves is not as much as before, which I'm very pleased. Yes, it had some flowers before, like yellow ones inside these stems, in between the stems. I can see a new leaf. Oh, it's awesome. I've not seen like new leaf in ages, and this one as well. It's like about to fully unfurl. That's great news. I'm very happy. This one is a Calathea. got it from a local nursery. I think it's like a young plant, that's why it's dangerous. Because I mean, at the same time it's good because then it obviously, hopefully now, if it dies, it's not as bad. I got it for about £4 or something. I mean, there's like a new leaf here, so I guess that's a good sign. But then I'm just gonna kind of monitor how it's doing, I guess, because it's looking kind of, I don't know what it should look like, but I think there's something wrong. But I will just carry on as what I'm doing with it. And there's another one here, new leaf, so I guess it's okay-ish for now. Down here is a succulent. I don't know what it's called. It's got some new growth as well, so you can see the tallish ones, and before it had some tall stem and we had some flowers, but didn't actually opened like the flowers. It must have been due to, like, I don't know, maybe like the temperature or where it was located when I first got it. That's why I'm kind of concerned every time I get like succulents. I'm so scared because I don't know how long they will last. Some of them lasted longer, some of them just die straight away, and the color as well changes. They probably do better outdoor, to be honest, because I've seen a couple of succulents in the garden center where they were located outdoor. Also, some of the succulents I tried to plant in my mother's garden, and they're doing well. So that was like an outdoor garden, and my ones indoor are struggling. So yeah, the back is I think it's a mixture of like giant lily and Asiatic lily. I mean, it's grown quite a lot, but it's not giving me any flowers. I don't know whether it will come back next year, but yeah, because I planted this from bulbs. In a way, I do like the foliage of it, but fingers crossed next year I'll get some flowers because they're beautiful. Okay, down here is another Calathea. It's a 3-star. It's probably due for watering my plants, that's why they're looking kind of droopy. So I mean, yeah, it's just like beautiful color, like the maroon at the back of the leaves, and then you've got the green white cream on top of the leaves. So yeah, I mean, for all of these plants I will just monitor, because I'm not expert and I'm still new to this hobby, and even though it's been 5 months already, I've lost a lot of plants, which I've learned on what to avoid and what not to get again in the future, because obviously I'm no good in looking up to them. Maybe we just don't get on. Down here I just love the flowers in this one. I love purple, and just quite new. I think it's the African violet, but then I'm not so sure. So if you guys have this and know the name, please leave it on the comment section below. Thank you in advance. Up here is Coleus, an outdoor plant. This is the only Coleus group that's doing well for me. It's really tall now. So I'm just basically hoping this will last longer. It had some flowers before, but I cut it because I want the foliage to look a lot more vibrant, and I just love the foliage, the colors. So rather than the flowers so tiny, it's not even that pretty. I've got the croton here, the only croton I've got, although I had another one but it died, and that was a baby one. So all the baby ones I'm struggling to look after, most of them anyways. But this one lost lots of leaves, but then had so many new growth as well. Well, I've just seen a new one out here as well, so that's quite cool. Yes, yeah. Oh, another one here. This one is doing great. Oh, sorry, I'm getting excited. I'm so happy. Yeah, that's the croton. Down here is one of my favorite ones. Again, mentioned a couple earlier. The top 5. I think this will be one of them as well in the top 5, which is the Calathea pinstripe ornata. I hope I got the name right. Yes, it's got some new leaves. This one fully unfurled now, and then there's another one at the back, and it's just the color and the line and the foliage. It doesn't look real. It looks like someone drawn the line. Yeah, that's a pretty plant. That is beautiful. Next is a dwarf banana plant. Well, still alive, but I think it likes a lot of water, and then a couple of leaves dried up. So, and oh, sorry, there's a new leaf, so that's a good sign. So I guess that's kind of like doing well. I mean, you lose some leaves, you gain new ones, so I think that's just normal really for plants. So what best thing to do is not panic, and if you lose plants, that's just natural, it's part of it, you know. So don't get disheartened. That's what I've learned from this, and just carry on and learn things like how to look after them, and hopefully I will maintain that knowledge, and you know, keep most of it. I'd like to say most of the plants are still around for a long time, for a very long time. This one, I think it's a philodendron. Lost quite a lot, I mean loads of leaves, and then but then some new growth, new leaves. So this one I'm keeping an eye on, because I don't know really what's going on with this one. Got some yellowish leaves, so I mean it doesn't look that pretty right now, but yeah, I'm just trying to look after this one. But maybe I should repot it and change the soil. Maybe it's just that's why it looks kind of sad at the moment, or maybe I need to put them together like this so it looks better, like maybe tie, because it's kind of like, I don't know, but maybe try to repot it first. Here is the Oxalis Shamrock Triangularis. It had some flowers when I first got it. It's ended now for a while, and it needs cleaning. See some dead leaves at the bottom, but I am surprised, but at the same time happy that it's still alive. So I thought it would have disappeared earlier, because it's quite similar to cyclamen, which I've lost so quick. And so yeah, that one is pretty as well. Down here is a quicksilver. I think it's in the same family as the Wandering Jew. It's looking okayish, and it looks more viney now, the way it's falling like this. Before it was just like standing up, so I think it likes the sun, so I'm keeping it here near the windowsill, and then my wandering Jew next to it. Yes, it's looking great. Before it was really slow grower, but I think since I put it by the windowsills, getting more sunlight, it's growing faster, which I'm loving. So yeah, it's just pretty. And then up here is a philodendron. I'm not 100% sure the exact name of this one, but it's a red color. This one is the latest leaf, and then I can see a new one here as well. So it's doing great. When I first got it, the leaves are actually upwards, and now they're all like kind of doing this hello. But yeah, but it's doing okay. It's liking the sun as well. That's why I've got new leaves coming up. And then here is a Peperonia pixie. I've lost a couple of stems. It was more bushy than this, but this is the best look of it. I think it likes the sun. Then next to it is a Peperomia red lug. It's looking tall now. I think it's because it's positioned right there, like direct sunlight, but I don't really know. But I mean, it's not dying, so that's a good sign. I've got here is a Peperomia capernata. I think capernata, but I will Google it and put up the description or the name of it on this video somewhere. I can see a new growth inside, a few ones, so that's great. I like the color of this one. I got this cacti. The bottom bit was the original, and the top bit here, as you can see, the greener is the growth of it. Since I've got it, it's looking like a, probably if it grows like a little round at the top, it will be kind of like a snowman. But in the desert, and spiky. And some of the little cactus, I put them together in a smaller bowl now because they were drying up, and now I've noticed this wall in the middle. I think it's dead, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll leave it for a bit and see if it come back, or just basically dig it up and throw in a bin. Sad, but some of them are still looking awesome. The colors just vibrant, looking healthy. And then a couple of one succulent cacti. I'm surprised they lasted this long, because some of it in the same pot they died. But yeah, that's great. That's still alive. And then I've got the succulent here. I struggle with succulent. I guess you're not meant to water the actual leaves. It's probably at the bottom, which is not easy if you put it in this sort of bowl. I mean, you can mist it around, but then it's not getting the water at the bottom of the roots. So maybe it's best if you put it in a pot and then sit it in the water. And I don't know, but even though succulents are pretty, I probably won't be getting any more. I just struggle with it. Okay, just a panda. Another Peperomia. I think it's a capernata as well, but a different sort. It had some long stem which had like a little flowers, but since then I've not seen any. They're all like dried up. And then the leaves are meant to have some sort of like reddish or maroon at the back of the leaves, but it's not looking like that anymore. I don't know what it's lacking up. Maybe it needs more sun, direct sun, but then probably don't. Those of you who got this plant, please could you please help, like how to look after this one and get that red color at the back of the foliage again, because it's just looking green at the moment. Thanks in advance. The back here, it's a couple well, this succulent here, I don't know what it's called. I think this is very delicate and it could just drop up easily. And I only got this because I got a plant and then obviously paid by card and said like, oh, you need to spend £5, so I had to grab another plant, which this one, and I'm just hoping it's the right pick and that will stay alive for a while, you know. Next is empty. Got my lithops. The only lithops I've got is recently. I got these because I saw it on Instagram and YouTube. It had some beautiful flowers and I'm hoping I will see some of those sometime, but I don't know which part of the year. Is it seasonal or it just depends really on how you look after them. I don't have experience looking after this, so I'm new to this one. Again, please advise on how to look after these and help me to basically, you know, to succeed like getting flowers out of these plants. And here is the last plant in my living room, which is the ficus. Yes, it's got some browning on the leaves because it was located in near the windowsill. It was hitting, the sun was hitting it directly, so poor thing. So I've decided to put this now in a darker place, which is just by the door, next to my sofa. This is the newest leaf for a while. I don't know if I'm gonna get any more soon, but yeah, at the moment it's doing okay. So I'm just keeping an eye on this one as well and keeping it here and away from the dark, that's right, from the sunlight, direct sunlight.